you told me that I'd be a rugby player, I would have said no. That I have more than 52 cap for Ireland, more than 20 cap for Leinster, never. That journey just didn't start there. The journey started when I was 9 years old. When my mother put me on a plane from Cameroon, I recently had a conversation with her and asked her why. And she told me for better opportunity. She had a dream for me that I couldn't see. So she packed my backpack, and I met my dad here. My dad lived here with his family. I moved to Ireland, as you know, the change, culture change, the food, definitely the weather, the language. My first language is French, but I had to adapt. I went to primary school. I started third class, so most of the time I was just learning English. So from third class to sixth class, I was just learning how to speak English. I was adapting. I went to secondary school, still adapting, but also I was trying to fit in. I was trying to find a place of belonging. But school became my safety net. School became that place where I found myself. I felt seen. I went on to secondary school and I applied for the Trinity Access program in first year with the garden counselor. I don't know what it is. I just say, yeah, it was a deaf school. To 6 year, we have the Living Cert and the CAO, the points here in Ireland, CAO. And I didn't get enough points to go to uni. I didn't understand what the whole uni, but I knew that I needed to create an opportunity. Back then, you have Facebook, and all your friends will be celebrating online that they're going to college. And in primary school, if you miss a class, your parent will be told, why did she miss classes? In secondary school, it's the same, but it didn't happen. So I asked myself, what's next? Who is going to look after me then? So I called my friend Jimmy, that we were studying for a living cert together. And I was like, Jimmy, are you going to college? She told me she's going to do a pre-nursing course. I was like, oh, I want to do that too. She's like, yeah, you can apply for it. I was like, how do I do that? So you just need tenure in your account. So I was like, yeah. I didn't have an account. I didn't have tenure. But that Friday, I knew that if I went to the bank, maybe they would help me. It was raining. I put on my shoe. I ran. I was like, I'm going to the bank. But before even that, I got the letter from the Trinity Access program saying that, of course, I didn't get through. And I was quite disappointed because I was like, what do I do now? I don't have. What do you do? So I called them. In the letter, it says, if there's someone drop out, we'll call you. So I called them. I asked them, did someone drop out? They're like, no, Linda, we call you when someone. So it became a mission. I called them every single day. 9 o'clock, I was on the phone. Hello, yes, who is it? It's Linda. I'm just wondering if someone dropped out. I was like, no, no one dropped out. I was like, okay, I'll call again. At 12 o'clock, I was calling. Hello, it's Linda. I'm just wondering if someone dropped out. They're like, no, Linda, no one dropped out. It's like, okay, I'll call again at 3 p.m. I did that for an entire week. And I got the same response. No, no one dropped out. It's like, oh, I'm going to keep calling until someone dropped out. So I went to the bank with Jimmy that Friday, the last day, and I told Jimmy, I need something. Got in the bank and I told them, they are like, do you have a bank account? I said, no, but I really want this. They're like, okay, we can set your bank account. That can take 4 to 5 working days. I was like, no, I need it today. They're like, okay, we can't do that. I started crying. My hope was fading. I cried so hard that I didn't even hear my phone ring. Everyone was walking, strangers were walking on the road. I was just crying. I didn't know what to do. And I noticed that I was crying so loud because I got that call from Trinity. And they called me to tell me that I got accepted. Someone dropped out. I ran home. I was asked, so what do I do next? They're like, you just need to apply. You just need to click accepted. I was like, yes, I'm going to do that. I clicked accepted 10 times just to make sure that I really clicked accepted. I went to bed. I didn't think I slept. I woke up in the middle of the night to make sure that I have accepted that course. And that morning, woke up so early. I dressed up, and I was on the 6 a.m. bus with everybody else. It was the first day every student was going, and I felt like I am too a student now. It was a 6 a.m. bus. So I got in town, the 33 from Barbican. Some people will know. I took that bus. And in 2 hours, going to Dublin, Naby Street. My induction started at 2 p.m. Hell no, I was going to be late. I was in Trinity at 9 a.m. I met the security man at the door. He's like, are you looking for the Trinity Access program? It's like, yes. He said, love, it started at 2 p.m. I said, I know. I'll wait. I just don't want to miss anything. So I sat there with the security man for that entire, until I half one, where everyone was coming in. And a part of me still didn't feel like I was there, that I was accepted. There was a name passed around, and they said that if you have this sticker, then you're supposed to be here. And my heart, I knew a part of me was telling me, you did not accept that course. And I was the last one to get that. The name sheet passing around. And then I got my name. And I still carried it to this day because it showed me where my journey, what I have to do to get there. But in the Trinity Access program, I went on to study nursing. That's really where my journey started. I got a place in the Access program in Grant Thornton that sponsored at the summer. They sponsored 4 students out of 25 in Ireland. And I got an internship. I was lucky enough to get an internship with Grant Thornton. And I found it really hard to fit in with my colleagues. So I decided to ask a social tech role became on. Asked my manager, oh, that'd be lovely. I liked it. She's like, yeah, Linda, stand for it. I was like, yeah, I stand for it. And then it got canceled. And I didn't know how to remove my name from the signing list. Until that Friday, they were like, we're still playing, but we're playing the final. Who is Linda? Linda, do you still want to play because your name haven't been taken off from the list? I was like, yeah, well, I didn't know how to take it off, so stand me up. So we went on to play a final tag rugby. They looked at me, they're like, Linda, have you ever played rugby before? No. Have you ever watched rugby? No. Have you ever touched a rugby ball? No. But I was willing to try. I showed up in Marion Road in Wanderers. I saw a rugby ball. I was like, wow, how are we supposed to score if we're passing the ball backward? And that entire day at work, I was Googling, what is rugby? How do we play rugby? How do we win? How do I score? No. I remember the ref, and I got to say I got a yellow card because I was always offside. The ref told me, if you're offside one more time, you're getting a yellow card. I said most of that game I was just chatting with the ref. Until one of my good friend, Ashley McCaffrey, passed me the ball and she told me to run the entire pitch. I ran that entire pitch and put the ball down. No, in rugby, you grind the ball. But that's really where my rugby journey started. After that year, I got recruited. I played. I played for Leinster. I got scouted for Leinster. And I went on still studying my nursing while doing both. I went to study my general nursing in Tala Hospital. It wasn't an easy journey. If you think rugby and nursing, I don't know what I choose. Rugby taught me so much, but nursing was hard. In my second year, where I fought so much to get into nursing, and I was playing rugby, I couldn't do both. I failed. Something that I call the journey that it took me to get there. Yet in second year, I failed. I didn't know how. I couldn't balance the both. I decided, okay, what am I going to do? I said I was going to give everything to rugby. I got my first cap for Ireland that year in 2019. And I went on to graduate from nursing in that same year, 2019. But even with that, I didn't just graduate. I graduated to COVID online. I went on to look after patients, but who was looking after me? So I came up with this hope when I was 9 years old, with this dream beyond my expectation. A dream that my mother had for me that I didn't have, but I didn't do it on my own. I had people there with me. I had mentors, teachers. But most importantly, that 9-year-old was willing to try. To the obstacle, the resilient, I never gave up. So I'm asking you, that 9-year-old is passing you the baton. What you gonna do with it? Who is that person that's gonna give you that hope? Who is that person that sees you? Who are you gonna pass the baton to? Thank you.